everywhere we look, we see the 10 conversations a day rule, and that's just should be everybody's focus. Another thing that's very, very exciting that I think we should really start getting on this bandwagon is expired listings. So you're going to start seeing expires coming back, and you can run those searches and use forewarn and start calling these expireds. It's going to be really helpful for you to have a strong, at least have a strong marketing expertise dialogue. You know, even if you don't know how everything works, to be able to talk about a modern day real estate agent marketing plan and to identify, you know, maybe some areas where the listing agent went wrong, where you could go right. I mean, that's the key to expired listings, right? Seeing what the pictures look like, what the description looked like. A lot of times, folks, I can tell you, it's just because the agents that the listing expired because the agent had no backbone. The agent lacked confidence to have direct, real and raw conversations with the seller about the two key conditions. What are the two key conditions that need to be met for a successful listing sale? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
Consistency in marketing. Market knowledge.
Consistency in marketing.
Price and condition. Amber, you had one. Were you going to say condition, Amber? Or were you just going to say price? Be honest. Be honest, Amber.
I knew there was the other one. It wasn't coming to me, but
okay. So the two keys. So what I'm specifically asking, all right, I mean, all of those answers I heard being yelled out were not wrong. But what I was specifically talking about is like if a listing doesn't sell, all you have to go back to is price and condition. Those are the two key factors. Either the condition has to be elevated to meet the price, or the price has to come down to meet the current condition. All right, so you may need some one-on-one coaching to kind of get geared up for these expired calls. But this is a huge, huge opportunity. The next thing is Fsbos, okay? So I just want to mention, look at Amber putting her headset on. She's really trying to get all the brownie points today. It's unbelievable. So I just want to mention this, okay? To, you know, the like proof over promise and proof is in the pudding type stuff. So Blake's working with a potential new team member this morning, and what he's been doing with a lot of these team member recruits to see if they have what it takes to make it in our mentorship team environment is to have them cut their teeth on Fsbos. So listen to this, y'all. Today alone, as of, it's not quite 2 p.m. on Wednesday, they have set 5 Fsbo preview appointments. 5 Fsbo preview appointments. Okay, so if we start thinking about this, all right, I'm going to add just one more piece of homework to your plate, but let's just recap. Okay, so if we focus on our 10 conversations a day, then we're going to build up this sales pipeline of boomtown buyers. Okay, a healthy amount of buyers. Then as a team, we're going to come together, hold everybody accountable. Like somebody should be going, how many listings did we bring in as a team this week? Somebody should be tracking and measuring this and going, hey, come on, we got to get 3 more. Amber brought in 1. We got to get 3 more. The cool thing is that we can go out and get these. And that I want to look at this specifically before I move on to the last piece. This Fsbo and expired piece. Well, crap. I've got 2 other things. Because so Fsbo's expires in sphere of influence, okay? Fsbo's expires in sphere of influence. So let me give you the homework on the SOI. So I would set a goal. I don't know if this is 1 a week, 2 a week, but it's send a CMA a day is really the challenge. But you guys are going to have a hard time with that with all the other like new lead calls and follow-up you have to do. So, you know, if you send 1 CMA to a member of your sphere of influence or past client a week, it's going to pay big dividends. but I think you have time to send more than one a week. But I would just set a personal goal to send a CMA. So you're proactively sending a CMA to a member of your sphere of influence, past client, etc. Okay, so those three methods, so prospecting, expireds, Fsbos, and just proactively sending members of your sphere a CMA is going to bring in listings. Like those three things are going to help us reach this 4 listings a week goal. Okay, big goals that can be done. Now, here's the cool part about it, and why everybody under the sound of my voice should be really excited about the opportunities that exist. A lot of these buyers that you're connecting with are going to have properties they need to sell before they buy. Outside of that, we need to be asking them, hey, do you need to sell something before you buy? Is that going to help or be a has to happen event to allow you to buy? Do you need to sell your house before you buy, or is there a lot you need to sell for a down payment money? But those are going to be a great listing source. Sending the CMAs proactively without being asked every single week is going to be a great listing source. Fsbos, there's going to continue to be an abundance of Fsbos. They're just going to be a lot less successful than they have been the last 2 years, and they're going to need us a lot more. They haven't stopped needing us. Let me just make that point, but they're going to start needing us a lot more. So Fsbos expired, send CMAs proactively to your SOI. It's going to pay off big. And then the last thing I had on here was, again, creating content around a specialization. Okay. Now I'm seeing, a lot of realtors in my news feed on Facebook continually to post just graphics that don't serve the consumer. Okay, I'm now accepting new clients. You guys know I don't like that one. I sold it in 24 hours or a day. You guys know I don't like that one. Hey, I'm a realtor, would love to, would I be honored if you would refer a client to me? You guys know I don't like that one. I don't like the, hey, I'm a real estate agent, I would love to work with you. I just don't feel like that brings value to the consumer. And I feel like if you create social media content that brings value to the consumer, then you're going to position yourself as a professional, as an expert, as a specialist in a given field, as somebody who could be trusted with their referrals. So it goes back to the point that I'm always making about your personal Facebook page being your digital resume. But a lot of y'all just don't have time. Like if you're running this team program the way it's designed to run, then you don't have as much expendable time as an independent agent. You just don't. They got a lot more time to work on stuff than you do. That's just a fact, because you guys have a lot of leads, a lot of follow-up. So I think this might simplify your life if you're like, hey, I'm going to create content around one specific segment of the market. And I think that should be around loan programs, USDA, VA, 100% low to no money down loan programs. It could be on just the mathematical analysis of active inventory that's available, like continually to post ways on how people can purchase homes. What does it take to purchase a home? How much money do you have to purchase a home? And so you could divide that up into categories: second home versus primary residence versus investment property, short-term rental, because it's different down payments for different uses of the property. Okay, so you could be kind of this loan program specialist. You can specialize in a subdivision. You can specialize in military. You can specialize in golf course communities. You can specialize in waterfront properties. There's just so many things to specialize in. But, you could be a land specialist. But let's talk about, on our personal Facebook page and in a lot of our stories and reels, let's make it a lot about, not all, but really predominantly about one specific thing. Like I'm always hearing Amber talk about this. She's my go-to for that. You cannot achieve top of mind awareness by being a jack of all trades. Okay. You need to find something to master. All right. Is that a subdivision or is that a segment of the market? So find something to master. All right. Like if I lived in Lake Forest, I'm all over I'm the Lake Forest expert because there's so many listings, so many transactions that come out of that subdivision every single year. It's insane. So, and we've got several agents, I think, that live in there that just don't do it, don't position themselves as an expert in Lake Forest. And there's so many amenities. Oh my gosh, there's so much opportunity there. So if you guys do these bullet point things, I mean, and here's the other thing too. All right. So we're getting close to September, getting close to Labor Day. What do we know agents do around Labor Day, after Labor Day and after? I'd probably say the week leading up to Labor Day and after. What happens to most agents? Yep. They take their foot off the gas pedal. And this is the hereditary insanity cycle of the typical real estate, right? They're working, they got their foot on the gas pedal. It's pedal to the metal 2 quarters a year, second quarter and third quarter. First quarter, they're in ramp up mode. I mean, they're on that treadmill sprinting, trying to get their business built back up because they took fourth quarter off. They took it easy fourth quarter. How we finish determines how we start. How we start determines how we finish. So you get these bullet points, these like uber profitable bullet points I've been talking about in this call, you get those ramped up and implemented by November 1st, and your 2023 is going to be off the charts. You're going to start fast. You're going to finish fast. It's going to be your best year ever in real estate. It's going to be a very balanced business where you're going to have a hefty amount of buyers and an even amount of listings. So that doesn't have to be 50-50, but it needs to be, there needs to be a correlation there of equality somewhere. All right. It can be 70, 30, 60, 40, but you need to be working both. Okay. You get this all implemented. So like you're sending 2 CMAs a week proactively. Boom. That's just like part of your weekly business plan. You're setting a goal to set 1 expired appointment and 1 Fsbo appointment a week. All right. You're setting a goal to 3 days a week, get a piece of content on your Facebook page that is centered around your specialization. Gosh, this is big stuff, y'all. Big stuff. And then you attend an event like Impact or NAR and gain more knowledge, invest in your education. I just can't tell you, like when I'm at these events, even when I'm watching them online, like I've been doing the past couple of days, I mean, like I just start filling my notebook with notes and ideas, and it helps me bring more value to y'all. But then it also validates the stuff that we talk about from week to week. The 10 conversations a day, every time I hear another agent that's having major success say, that's my ticket to living a life by my own design, I get like super, super fired up. That's all I have for this week. I think if you took some notes, you wrote some things down, you really become committed to implementing them, you're going to finish this year strong. And like I said, 2023 is going to be an amazing, amazing year. So what I would suggest that you do is just reach out to me one-on-one and let's work on getting those things implemented and get them rolling.